Hi and welcome to my YouTube channel, Holly1940. Today I've just received one of my rather desired packages from an auction that I was bidding on a few weeks ago, and there's quite a few exciting things in here, so I'll start with the first one, which is one that I've not got in my collection and I'm glad to have got it in my collection. And as somebody else on a channel that I follow says, I just can't help popping bubble wrap. So what I have got here, I don't know if you can see that. As some of you who maybe do World War II will recognise, it's a D-Day mine marker. So on the beach, if there was any mines within the sand, the minesweepers would go over them, find the mines, and then either put flags down or mark them up in any way, but they could use also these as well. So I'm glad to have got it, and it is in actually really good condition. Obviously there's rust in places, but what do you expect? This might have been used on one of the D-Day beaches, so you'd expect rust, or it might have been used in training or whatever, etc, etc, so you'd expect rust. So I'm well happy with that. That'll be able to be used in our reenactments when we start being able to do them again, hopefully in the near future. Put that down there. Now this one, I'm actually quite happy to see and have a look, because I'm not sure what condition they're going to be in, but depending on what they're like, I might be able to sell them on, because there's some more similar ones to these that I've got waiting coming, and they're the real ones I'm interested in. But these ones I thought I'd just buy and take a chance, so let's have a look. Again, I'm going to have a lot of fun time popping this bubble wrap after this video. I feel like a kid opening Christmas presents. This is better than Christmas for me. As somebody who's a channel I follow, History Secrets, Nick will know the experience of opening packages like this. Now this is very, very old. It's not that rusty, but it's rusty-ish. And that's still got some spring to it, 'cause you can feel it. Looks like it needs a really good clean on the inside. But yes, there's my first one. So obviously you can guess it's a package of penknives. But they really, really do need a good clean. Because that doesn't go all the way in, so yes, it definitely does need a really, really good clean. Which will be one of my summer projects, which I've got several downstairs, which you might see in a video in the summer when it's better weather. And then there's another tool as well on the same one. So yes, there you go, you can see it properly there. So that'll be another task to my summer duties. Because also as well, that's slightly bent, so I'll have to unbend it. But yes, that's a nice one. Now these are really, really unusual, because that's a really unusual penknife. Now I've never seen. And this is a local penknife. As written on just there, I don't think you can see it, it says made in Sheffield, stainless. So it's a local penknife, and it's an unusual one. I've never seen one like that. If anyone who watches this knows anything about this, you can more than happy to comment. But yes, very well happy. So that's come home basically. So that's very nice. And that's how it folds up. So as I said, if anybody has any information on a penknife like this, feel free to comment, as I would be very happy with your knowledge. This is a very smart penknife, next one. There's no markings on it, I'm afraid, to tell me where it comes from. So it's very unusual. Hold on. Have we got something there? I think this is from abroad. So this possibly German, Belgium, something like that. But it's fairly modern, so it's just a two-bladed penknife, but that's definitely foreign, because there's writing on there, but I can't quite translate. But from what I'm looking at, it looks like possible German. Very nice. I'm happy with that. Might need to sharpen that up a little bit, but yeah, I'm very pleased with that. Now I'm guessing from the sound of this, it's tin, because it's got that really characteristic tinny sound. And this looks either really old, or it's been kept somewhere it's rather been wet. And it says on that knife, I don't think you'll be able to read it, Republic of Ireland. So don't know whether or not that tells me the year. I think this is going to need a really good clean, because it's extremely stiff. So again, another one to put to my summer project. So it's got 3 entrenchments, but I can't get the other one up because it's a bit too stiff. So when I do the summer stuff outside, I'll do another video to show me cleaning all the pen knives up that need to. So this is a very small and dainty ones. Maybe a lady's, I don't know. But it's not a traditional penknife in any sense. Oh, it's got writing on the back. And again, just on there, I don't think, no, you can't read that. It's a Sheffield blade. So again, it's come home, which is quite interesting. So that's another stainless steel one, but I'm not sure of the year. It's quite interesting, this one. I don't know. It does, ow. It does make me wonder, with how small it is and because it's stainless steel from Sheffield, whether or not it was a lady's one at one point. Because it's small, dainty. Something you'd maybe expect something to be made for a woman. Now this one's really tricky to get the bits out. Bear with. It's extremely stiff in places, so yet another one that's going to need to be in my summer. And there is another one in there, but I can't get it because it's a bit stiff. So again, I'll show you that one when I manage to clean it up. But there's no markings on it, unfortunately. But it's extremely small and dainty. So it's got a bit of a pattern on it. I don't know if you can see that. Yes, there you go. So that's on both sides. Yes. No, I don't think it's stainless steel because it's not giving off that clang. Let me just try. No, I don't think that's stainless steel. That could be, I don't know, aluminium because it's fairly light. I don't know. Again, if you've got any comments and maybe know what that could be made of and what era maybe, please put in a comment. Right, the last two pen knives. Oh, last three, pardon. Now this one is unusual. So as you can see, that has got some age to it. I don't know whether or not that would be ivory or bone, or possibly plastic, but I doubt plastic for some reason. Something's telling me it's a bit older than when we had plastic. And this one's extremely stiff. So I think that one is going to need some bit of fiddling with. But as you can see, there's a couple of blades in there. So that's quite a nice one. It's really unusual. But yes, it'll be very interesting to actually go through these during the summer in more detail. And again, I think they've got another one here that's sort of a smaller version of its brother. As you can see, it's not much smaller, but small enough. And this one's got two blades in it as well, but I have a feeling this one's going to be a very problematic blades to get out as well, because they seem to be literally wedged together. So, because as you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, they are literally wedged together. So I'm going to have a lot of fun during the summer trying to look after these blades and whatnot. Oh, I've got it. There we go. And then can I get the other? Yep, there we go. So And this, I'm wondering whether or not that means that one. I might have a real look at that one in a minute. But what I've just had a look after I've now got the blades up. On this one here, you can just about see there at the bottom, there is some sort of writing. It actually says, again, made in Sheffield. So I'd have said, based on that the outside of this one and the other are plastic. So these would be definitely after war, definitely. I don't know, 70s maybe, I had to guess. But again, if you've got any theories or know what time period, please let me know. I'll be very interested to see what you say. Right, let's see if I can get into this one. Oh, this one might have to be left for another day because it is extremely stiff. I've done it. And then yet again, yes. There it is. And then on there, yet again, it says Sheffield. Which I will show you in a bit more detail if I'm able to when I've got it cleaned up. So yep, that is a very nice penknife. Very nice. I'm not hedging my bets again on this last one, but I'm going to say Sheffield. And looking at this, I don't know, but something's telling me that it's a lot early, it's maybe earlier than the ones I've just shown you. Let's have a look and see. It's not as stiff as the others, so that's a good sign. And again, this is going to need a clean. And this one's really unusual because on this bit here, on the bottom of the knife there, there's some sort of markings, but I can't quite make them out. Whether or not it tells me the maker's name, I don't know. But on the other side of the other knife, again at the bottom, Sheffield. So they've all come home. But it'd be really interesting to see what's on the bottom of the other knife when I clean it up. Because it really is quite unclear at this minute. I think, at a guess, I can say K-U-M. I don't know if that's an O at the end, and then underneath it says KU, and then it's unreadable again. So if anybody does know or recognise the knife, please again get in contact with me. So as you can see, I've got a fair range of pen knives. Some unusual and really, so as you can see, there's just them ones, and there's another 3 there. So during the summer, when I've got other things on that I need to clean and stuff, I'll investigate these as well and clean them all up. But if you, like I said, if you've got any comments between now and then, please write them down, as any helpful, useful notes on these pen knives will be very much appreciated. Now this is the last few lots, and all of these I've next got now are really interesting, and you'll see why in a minute. As the only place I've seen these is on Dad's Army, so if anybody watches Dad's Army, you'll know what I'm looking at. The episode where they fired all the bullets and then Walker picks up the bullet casings and makes them into lighters. That's what I've got here, but they're all different. and I've never ever seen him apart from that one episode of Dad's Army. So this is extremely interesting for me. So if anybody has any comments and has seen these before, please, you're more than welcome. But as again, I've only ever seen him in that one episode of Dad's Army. So anybody who knows Dad's Army and watches him, you'll know what I mean. So here's the first one. Just take that label off, if I can get it off. I don't want the lot number on it anymore. And take this other label off. Very carefully, because I don't want anything left on it from the labels. Right, so there you go. And it's really, really unusual. Let's see if I can get into it. There we go. And that's where I think I don't know if that's where you put your stuff in or what. So there it is, and it's really, really unusual, as it's completely different to the one that obviously Walker had. And I think you can hang it into this bottom bit here, but as of yet it's not letting me in. No, there's no fuel in there because I can't smell anything. So I'm more than safe I'm not going to burn myself. It's extremely, extremely unusual. That'll be one to investigate, I think, and see how I get into the bottom. Because it moves, so you can definitely get into the bottom. But how, I'm stunned. But that's a very unusual lighter. And again, if anybody's seen anything remotely similar, please do comment, as all your comments will be extremely helpful. And it's a fair weight, so yes, I'm quite happily impressed. I think that's going to need maybe a polish or something to see if I can try and get the dirt off. I don't know, but we'll see. But like I said, if anybody knows anything about this and knows possibly how to get into the bottom, you will be extremely appreciated. Interesting. Right, on to me next one. And as I said, all the lighters are completely different. There's not one that's the same as any others. So this will be very interesting to see them all, as I've only ever seen them as a photo. Obviously, as due to COVID, we weren't allowed to go and have a look at them. So it'll be extremely interesting to see what they all look like in the flesh. So I'm, excuse me, I'm just excited, as I think all you will be. So let's have a look. I'm going to peel it from the bubble wrap. Again, let me take off the label. Ooh, sugar. Well, that was a preemptive disattachment, but there it is. And as you can see on the bottom, it says RA 42, so 1942. So that's really happy for me, because then I know that it's within my era, and that if I ever wanted it on my person during a reenactment, it wouldn't look out of place because there's the year 1942. So then off comes the lid, which is nice and hollow. It's got a nice attachment there to it, and there it is. So that's probably similar to what Walker did. And then you just can see out it comes. Then obviously there's nothing in that bit because that's just the end of the shell casing. And then there's where all the rope is and where you'd put all the fuel. It smells like there's something still in there because I can smell it only ever so slightly. So yes, that's a very nice, neat little casing. And as I said, I'm really impressed that it says RA42 and you can see it's been fired. So it'd be really interesting to see maybe what this used to be and get some history from it, because then it might answer questions on how it then became a lighter. There are a couple of them that are big, but I'm leaving them till last because they're really intriguing me. So I'm starting with all the small ones. God, this is really a dinky one. Wow. Right, again, let me just take off the label if I can. That's it. And there it is. Now this, I'm really interested because underneath it says the PAR UL MFG Co. There you go. Don't know if you can just about see that. I don't know if it's going to focus. But it's, if anybody actually does know what those mean, please do get in contact. And again, like the previous one, very similar in the way it's been put together. Whoa. I think that's still got some fuel with it, because that smells. So I'm not going to open this one because I'd rather not find out and get fuel all over my laptop and the settee, because my mum would kill me. But yes, I definitely do think that's got some fuel left in it, possibly either in the can itself or on the rope. So I'll put that back down, as I'd rather not find out to my discomfort. With these, I probably will show them again in the next summer video. So when I start cleaning all my stuff that I need to clean outside, I'll probably investigate all these as well as the pen knives, so you'll see these all again. But yes, very interesting. And as I said, so far, apart from the last two where the ignition was the same, all completely different. So I've got 5 more, this one and 4 more down there, so they are now starting to get bigger because we've had all the small ones. So let's have a look. God, I really do feel like a kid. But I'm a kid who's not interested in candy. I'm not interested in chocolate. World War II bullets. That'll do me. As I said, History Secrets, he would know exactly how I'm feeling, because I think he gets more happy in a kiddie's candy shop than I do. Oh, it's not another lighter. I forgot about this. Now, History Secrets will know about this, and it's and he's actually got, ouch, a few of these, but they're different to the one I've got here. As if you find History Secrets and go on one of his trenching videos, it's the first German one where he's outside. He actually shows you one of these, similar but different. Now this, to anybody who doesn't know, is a German can opener, which is extremely interesting, because I think that's meant to move around, but it's possibly being that rusted, it's just, well, it maybe not move around though, because obviously with it being a can opener, you don't want it to move. But it looks like it's been repaired, because as you can see there, that on both sides looks remarkably new to say how old this is. And just to show you on here, don't know if you can see that, but there is German Eagle. The M, I don't know what that means, but there is a German Eagle. And I can just about, I'll probably need to again clean it up. I can just, when I move it into the light, see a swastika on there. So it's extremely interesting. And it is completely different to what History Secrets has got. So I don't even know how this one would work. Like I said again, I don't know whether or not that would need to move or if it stays still. I'm not entirely sure. But obviously that bit there would go into the can. And looking at it, you'd pull it towards you because it looks like, not on, that's it, put it on my face, not this side here, but this side here looks extremely sharp on the flat side. So I think you'd pop it in and then just pull it, but I really do think that maybe there is something missing, or it's exactly like what History Secrets has got. I don't know. I might have to get in contact with History Secrets and see if he knows, because I think he'd know a bit more about this than I do. But it's very interesting. Again, like I said, another thing to go with my summer stuff to clean up. But it's really interesting to see if I can get that eagle to come up, and then I might be able to show you the detail a bit more. But yes, completely forgot that I'd got that in there. Now the rest are lighters. And how do I get into this one? Now this one I think looks similar to the one that Walker transformed his bullets into. So if anybody's watched Dad's Army, this next one might ring a bell. Because it definitely does with me. And there you go. So as you can see, again, completely different to all the others. And this one actually, surprisingly, even though you'd think looking at it it'd be light-ish, it's not. It's actually got a fair good weight to it. This lid is coming off slowly. There we go. And there's the thingy, so that obviously you take off when you want to use it, and then that's how it looks on the inside. So as you can see, rather nice. And I think, looking at this, the bottom would unscrew. Put that back on there so I don't lose it. Because I can't think of any other way of you getting in to replace the thing is, apart from being in the bottom, because there is a line, as you, I don't know if it's going to show it you. There is a line all the way around, so there is some way of getting in, but again, I don't know how. But it's definitely not through the top, so that's for certain. Yeah, so it's definitely through the bottom. That I'm going to have to maybe WD-40 on that one, because I can't see how in either way you'd get into the bottom to obviously fill it up and change the wick. But yeah, there you go. So that one does look a little bit more similar to what Walker did, but is still different, and again, different to all the others. So interesting. And it's interesting that this has got no markings at all. Or maybe it used to did, because there's, I don't know if it's going to show up on here. No. Oh, you can just about see it. But in the middle, just about where my finger is, there's a C. So maybe it did have markings, but over time it's just rubbed off. Or when they made this, they just rubbed them off anyway. So, yeah. If anybody can give me an idea to what it would be, and I think some sort of artillery cartridge, because it's too big for a rifle or anything like that. If anybody knows, please let me know. And as I said, now as we're going on, we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. So this one looks extremely interesting, and I think it's going to have some markings on it as well. So that might give me a clue to what it was. This is really interesting. Aha. Now this is interesting. Wow. Now I did not see that when I looked at the photos. Wow. This one, obviously I've not opened the other two yet, but this one so far is the most interesting. Because on the bottom, in the middle there, don't know if you're going to be able to see it, on there it says Paris. And then, which I never knew about when I looked at the photo, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this because it's fairly worn. There you go, you can see it just about. It looks like there's a coin, which I've never even heard of anything like this happen. So let's have a look inside. So on the inside of that lid, there's no markings or such anything, but it does look like that in the top there's a coin. So that is going to be extremely interesting to find it out what that is, because actually, even though it's just a hollow tube, where that coin is, it is actually fairly heavy, so it is a coin of some sort. Like I said on the back, there's no markings unless I can bring them up, because it is a bit dirty down there. But that is really, really unusual. Wow. So if anybody actually does recognise that coin and can give me any information, you will, oh wow, you will be very much appreciated. So there's the main bit. I've not taken the fingers off yet, but oh well. But yeah, there's the main bit. So as you can see, again, all different, but the same sort of lighter mechanism on the top. And this one, I'm not going to open up either, because I can smell fuel. And I'd rather not find out what's down there. I'd rather do it outside where it's ventilated, so then I don't cause any incidents apart from to myself. But this is extremely, extremely unusual. I thought a couple of the others that we've got coming up are unusual, but this is, and it has just completely shocked me that there's a coin in the top of that. So it actually makes me more intrigued to find out about this unusual lighter. What's its story? That is really, really unusual. Wow. I was not expecting that. Wow. I just thought it'd be a normal casing, but not a coin in the top. Wow. That has really shocked me, that. Right, second to last one, and as you can see, a lot bigger. And the place I got this from really does like their packaging. But I'm not grumbling, because it means that at least they took care with my stuff. So I'm happy about that. And I'm in, finally. Alright, let's have a look. Oh. Now this is interesting. As my gut's telling me, I might have to investigate this a bit more though. But my gut's telling me that this is possibly a German ornament. Just for the simple fact is, obviously there we go. You can see there 39, and then here it says 16B. Here it says P3A2, 82, sorry. But it's the next symbol that's really got me a bit excited about this. Here, I know you can't see it. I don't know if it's going to bring it up on the camera. No, it's not. You can just about see it though. There's something there. Just about there's something there. And it says, really faintly, I think it's 1, but it could be IA329. And above that, it looks like there's a symbol of an eagle. So, if anybody does know World War II, that's telling me that this is a German ornament. Because the Brits wouldn't need eagles on their firearms, but the Germans would. So this is making me think this is a German artillery casing. And yes, as you can see, that's where I got all these from. So I'd like to just shout out to Warrington and Norwich Auction. Thank you. But this is extremely unusual, and I think this is the one that's getting me most. And there you go, as you can see, same mechanism. And that's just an empty casing. And again, I think I'm going to leave this one alone, just for the simple fact is there's not much of a smell of a fuel there. But no, I think I'm going to leave that one alone until I think I'll leave them all alone until I'm outside, and then at least I know I'm not going to do anything silly in the house. But yes, all those markings on there are making me very excited, and it's making me happy because I do think that 39 means it's 1939, so that could have been just before the war or at the start of it. So there's a possibility this could have been aimed at Poland, at Belgium, at France during the Dunkirk evacuations, or it could have been used later on. It just stamped the date of when it was made. So this could have a lot of history and a lot to tell. So I'll be very interested actually to research that. And I might actually pick the brains of History Secrets again and just see what he says, because I think he'd know a bit more on this than I. Because if anybody's watched his videos, especially his attic ones, they'll know how much he's got. So I might actually pick his brains on this one, if I can get in contact with him. Could be interesting to see what he thinks about that. And then finally, last one, but I think this one's got 2 in it, so it might be a double celebration. Yep, so there's 2 in here. Well, this one has got some writing on it, but I can't understand it. I don't know if it'll pick up on the camera either. Let's have a look. No, not really, because it's not focusing, but you can see there's an arrow. And then underneath, what looks to be like a crown. And then AH, and then a B. So if anybody knows what or recognises them symbols, please get in touch, please. Your comments and thoughts will be very most welcome. God, this is taking a long time to unscrew. Wow, this isn't a lighter. Okay. So as you can see, it's not a lighter. So I'm extremely interested to know what it is. Because that is now just empty. There's nothing in there now because it's too light. So it's completely hollow. But then there's that. So I'm not entirely sure. So it's extremely odd. So again, if anybody possibly knows what that is, please get in touch. As I thought these were all lighters, but clearly that's not a lighter, so it's got some other purpose to it. So I'm really interested. So again, please let me know. Right, final one. And it's been put in its own very bag. So this one is extremely interesting. Yeah, that's not on. That's not fully on. So then, as you can see, there it is. So that looks amazing. I'll just get all this bump off it. That's it. So let me just hold on to that because it's not stable. And unfortunately there's no markings on the bottom, just to prove that it's been fired, which is a shame because it'd have been so nice to maybe have a few dates on it and a guess of where it came from. Looking at that, I'm guessing it's a British one. But that top bit does come off, so let me see if I can. And as you can see here, it's extremely squeaky. And it does come off, but I don't know how. So I don't know how it... No, it definitely doesn't pull because I can feel it's holding on. No, and that top bit doesn't come off. So this is going to be really unusual. So I actually can't get into this one. No, it definitely does not pull off because it's definitely wedged. It does sound like something turning. This noise is actually coming from inside. So yeah, at the minute I can't investigate this one. But yes, as you can see, extremely unusual. Extremely. And I do believe that this top bit here has been fired because there's a fair few scratches on it. And it's also looked like it's had impact because the nose is flat. So it's definitely been fired. So it makes me wonder whether or not it was this is what it used to look like. Got fired. And then they just found one and put it back together again. Jesus. So that'll be extremely interesting. I've just got to think how to get into it now. I'm going to have to rack my brains between now and summer. And maybe pick a few other people's brains as well. I think I'm going to be getting in contact with History Secrets a fair bit. But there you go. Very usual. So that's all my goodies. The pen knives, the can opener, and all these supposed lighters, which one turned out not to be a lighter. And then this one, still haven't worked out what it is yet. That's the fun of things. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know, I'm sorry it's gone on for nearly an hour. I do apologise. But I just had to investigate all these goodies, so I might split this video up, I might not, but I don't think I will. So again, I do apologise for it being an hour long. I think the ones during summer will possibly be longer, but I might break them ones up, just so then you're not sat watching a video for hours and hours and hours. So yeah, definitely you'll see all these again, more than likely, when in summer I investigate and do my other stuff, because I've got plenty of stuff downstairs and upstairs to clean and repaint. So you'll definitely see all these again. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you liked this video and like the things. Please leave a like and a comment. And again, as I said through the video, if you have any information on anything I've showed, please comment, because it'll be well received, and it'll also help me find out a bit more history about these. So thank you, and if you did like my videos and want to see the ones in the summer, please subscribe to my channel, as I will be uploading them when I do them. And I've got a few more deliveries, from auctions to come, so there'll be a couple more of these videos as well. So thank you for your time, and stay safe.